Well, Coach, your team bounces back from a 9-7 loss early in the day, comes back, gets a really solid 10-4 win, despite everything that kind of went wrong in the top of the ninth. But overall thoughts about how your team was able to kind of get stuck another win today?
Yeah, big response. I mean, for us, double headers are tough, right? You go play the game, and you got to find a way to flush it 45 minutes later. And then, of course, Nolan's thing happens there in the third, and to me, that's a big mental test for your team. We know how important that guy is to our team, and all of a sudden our guys had to respond. Guys had to come out of the bullpen that had to throw a ton, and guys like Obia, of course, came in and did a great job. Timmons, obviously Alex Yearwood was the story of the bullpen. Everly, all those guys did a phenomenal job. And then offensively, I thought their guy was really doing a good job locating, and then we finally got some balls in the air, got some traffic on the bases, and then cashed in on it. So at the end of the day, found a way to split the doubleheader. We have a chance to go out tomorrow and go win the series.
Coach Alex, he hadn't pitched since the Baylor game. What were you kind of looking for from him to bring him back, and how would you say his performance was tonight?
Well, his performance was outstanding. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, that's the way out where you go get more innings and get more opportunities. And with some guys not throwing as well, he's going to get more opportunities, right? So that's how this game works. When you throw that well, you're going to get your number called some more. And so for him, it was just kind of the opportunity just didn't arise, it felt like, in the last week or so. But for him, he's got really electric stuff, so he's going to build off of that. So that's a really good job. And so I'm really fired up for him. Get some rest up and be ready to go. Hopefully be a mainstay in that bullpen.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty scary injury with Nolan dealing with this left arm. Do you have any updates on what?
No, I mean the precautionary stuff was good, as good as it could be probably, and so he'll get I'm sure an MRI. I'll have to talk to our trainer and figure it out. But so far hopeful, and so obviously got to be very cautious. He's got such a big career ahead of him. So, but hoping he'll be fine.
And yeah, how proud of you of this bullpen being able to pick up from where you're left, especially with how big of a presence he is on the mound.
Yeah, I mean that's a big key, right? We obviously liked our opportunity with him on the mound to go win the doubleheader or go win the second game, and then he goes down. You start looking at guys, and it's a lot of guys that are just unproven, right? So like I told him on Wednesday, at some point in time, somebody's we don't call it really stepping up, we call it just stepping in. They got to step into the moment and do what they've trained to do, and go earn their stripes, right? So that's what some guys like Yearwood and some of those guys did tonight.
Through the first 3 games of this 4-game series, there have been 53 combined runs from both teams throughout these games. How much of it do you think plays to the win that we've been seeing this week, or how much of it do you think comes down to good placement on hitting?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think mentality, when you walk out as a hitter and you see the flags doing that, all of a sudden it's like your average jumps 300 points, right? Just because you feel confident and go, hey, if I don't have to hit it unbelievable to get a ball out today. And so, and it opens up so much room with the outfield and a lot of different things. And so I think that's one. And then 2, you always got to go back and watch, where were those pitches, where were they located, things like that. You're trying to figure out how to get guys off timing. And so one thing we've done a great job ourselves is throwing a ton of strikes, and I think they've taken advantage of that a little bit. And so we're going to continue to pound the zone. That's how you win baseball games. And so hopefully we just land a few more off-speed pitches and get them out front, just like guys like Alex did.
Coach Rashawn Galloway got off to a little bit slow start to the season, but he's been raking over the past week. What do you think kind of clicked for him at the plate?
Yeah, just believe in the process. I mean, that's a guy that from the get, even when he was not showing up average-wise or slug-wise or any of that stuff, he was hitting right in our 2-hole every night because, I mean, he knows he's one of our best hitters. And so for him, you just got to keep playing. And a lot of times there was barrels that just wasn't dropping. That's why, batting average is a lie, right? You can hit a ball hard and they catch it, or hit a blooper in and get a hit, right? So for us, we just, count on our quality at bats. If you can do that, you got a chance to go have a good year. And obviously he does that a ton.
Dawson Park came up huge tonight, hitting his first home run of the season. What's it like having a guy that can get on base a lot through whether it's walks or singles or finding ways on base, and then also being able to come up and hit big clutch hits when needed?
Yeah, I mean, hit the one down the line, then hit the one to dead center. So the dude's been, he's put on 20-something pounds in the offseason. So for him, the weight room has done that guy so much, and obviously a lot for his offense. He's always had a great arm at short. But offensively, it's just turned him into a different player. And so, anytime you go dead center, I don't care where you are, what the wind's doing, that's a lot of power. So hopefully he carries that on, because it seems like there are always guys up when he comes up to bat. So that's why he's in that 5-hole, is to drive those guys in.
Corey DeFury, he got the start in the second game. He doesn't get a hit, but he has 3 walks.
Yeah.
What about his plate discipline helps him get that?
Yeah, outstanding. I mean, for him, he hasn't got a lot of opportunities. Played a lot for us last year, but hasn't got a ton this year with some different reasons of personnel and some injuries and things like that. But yeah, he steps in and just takes his walks, and he knows that he can bring value to our team doing that. We talked about last time that the bottom order, the plan is to get on base for the top of the order, right? So he did a great job of setting the tone, getting on base, and not trying to do too much.
Yeah, and going into Saturday, obviously, weather kind of plays a factor, not knowing how this is going to shape up. What does this team need to do to kind of come out on Saturday and get get another critical series win?
Yeah, I mean, you control what you can control, which the weather is none of it, right? We're going to do our best to play weatherman, but we'll schedule to go to 12 and try to play by ear as it goes, and obviously find a good window for Tovar to go. But for us, it's going to be about that guy going to the mound and doing what he's done all year long. Hopefully get some weak contact, and then we're pretty good rested on the bullpen, even though we've been through a lot the last 2 days. I feel a pretty good spot about some of our big guys returning and being good about it. So, but to me, it's just like on Sunday, it's energy day, right? You got to show up and go get after it and bring the energy. It'll be a quick turnaround, and then might have to deal with some weather. So just go control what you control and go win some pitches.
Manny Salas continued his hot start to the season with 4 RBIs and another home run to add on to his team-leading total. What's the impact of having a player like that both on the field and in the locker room?
Yeah, the guy's a monster. Obviously, he can really, really hit. And when he kind of reminds me some of Jose Gonzalez, because when brother was lining up balls in the left center gap, he was pretty unstoppable. So when Manny's doing that, he's got a chance to really cover a lot of things at the plate, and obviously takes advantage of the wind tonight. So he makes this place look pretty small sometimes. So he's a really good hitter. That's why he's in a Bobcat uniform.
Well, Sean, the offense has been pretty hot, these past 3 games. Just how, especially when you have a friendly hitter's ballpark like Bobcat Ballpark, how's this offense been able to kind of keep up their momentum over these past 3 games?
First and foremost, wanted to give all thanks and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I believe that He's the reason I'm here today. And for your question, I think the Bobcats have just been putting in a lot of work. I think we've really been in tune with what we're doing as an offense, and I think that we're seeing pitches well, and we're hitting the ball hard and just controlling what we can control, right? I mean, we can't control the outcome, whether it's a hit or a homer, things like that, but we can control the strike zone, and we can control what pitches we swing at. I think we're doing a very good job of that right now.
You know, Dawson Park had that 430-foot home run to dead center. Did you know he had that kind of power?
Absolutely. I see him work every single day, and I think that kid's earned it more than anyone. He's taken strides from last year to this year, and I think he's really deserved his opportunity. So seeing that type of juice is nothing new to us, but I think it's probably new to the fans.
After a bit of a slower start to the season, have you made any adjustments to help improve your game? Of course, you've been killing it the last week or so.
I would say there's been no adjustments in my game. I think it was just doubling down on what I'm doing. I think the biggest thing that people like to say is when things are going wrong, you want to change up something you're doing. For me, it's different. I like to double down on what got me here, just continuing to do what I'm doing, and then just taking every day serious. So I think it's just been a double down effect for me. I think I've been very blessed with what we're doing, and I think that got to keep the same mentality. I think we're doing very well as an offense, and I think that it's going to carry us all the way till June.
Yeah, and how does it feel, all the hard work you put in, despite the early season struggles, seeing it pay off this weekend?
I'm very thankful, very blessed. Very blessed to even be out on the field today. Of course, how many games I missed last year and things like that. So every day is a blessing. So I would say that the hard work is evident with our entire team. I think we've really been in tune with what we've done from the fall to now. So we're just reaping the benefits of what's going on right now. But we still got a lot of ball to play. I mean, it's still early in the year, and we really haven't proved anything yet to anyone. We're still going to be unranked going into the next few weeks, which is unfortunate. But nothing matters until June, so we'll be good there.
Yeah, take us to your injury rehab. You dealt with a lot of injuries last season. Now here you are, fully healthy. Fingers crossed, you can stay like that. But what's that process been like, and how's the journey back to getting back on the field been for you? I
think one of the biggest things was just having faith, at my team around me, and then of course having faith in the Lord that He was going to guide me in the right process. So just doubling down there and just was really the biggest thing for me. I think it was a very long rehab process coming off of surgery to my hamate, and then coming back and then tearing my hamstring the same week. It was very rough, but I think it was just a testament to what Texas State really is, right? If I could do it, anyone can do it. So I think it was just one of those things that it was just bound to happen, and I'm very blessed, like I said, to even be out here today, and God willing that we'll stay healthy and the Bobcats will stay healthy all year.
Yeah, you and Chase are, one of the few seniors on this team. Obviously, there's a very talented freshman class that's been able to put in the work this year. What can you say about, these young freshmen, especially being a senior, being so mature and being able to contribute in ways this program hasn't seen in quite some time.
Right, they deserve every opportunity that they get. Right, I think this is one of the best freshman classes that I've ever seen. It's honestly better than me and Chase's when we came in. So every opportunity that you see them get, they deserved it. Right, they're not getting anything that's hand given to them. They've earned it every single day in practice, and everything leading up to this, they put in the work just as much as us, and we're going to need them all year long. I think the young guys are going to be a huge part of this team, and I'm very grateful that they chose to be a Texas State Bobcat.
And now going into Saturday, what is it going to take for this team to clinch the series against Washington State, especially when y'all know this is a future conference member?
Just doubling down on what we've been doing just to get us here. I think we got a testament of game one today when we kind of bounced back, and it was a back and forth game, but things happen, crazy things happen here at Bobcat Ballpark with the wind blowing out always. So I think just doubling down and being the tougher team. I think when it comes to 4-game series, is the first in my career, but just in general, the last day of the series, it just comes down to who's going to bring the most energy and who's going to be the tougher team that day. So if we handle business the way we have been, we don't have anything to worry about. So I think we're going to do exactly what we do, play our brand of baseball, because it really doesn't matter who we're playing. I know they're a future Pac-12 opponent, but I mean, regardless of who we're playing, I think we can compete with anyone in the country. I know we can.